What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys today with the OCG's Forbidden Limited list, which goes into effect April 1st. So, the limited Forbidden list for the OCG um, did some things. Not too many big things, but it is some things. So, why don't we go ahead and we take a look at what I'm talking about? So, for the newly forbidden, no one got forbidden. Yay. For the newly limited, things they get hit, we have Title, the Dragon Ruler of Torrent. Wanted, Seeker of the Sinful Spoil. There can only be one. Then for the newly semi-limited, we have Ib, the World Chalice, and I pronounced this incorrectly, so forgive me. Just the Care, I think that's how it's supposed to be, 'cause it's supposed to be Justice and Air, or Air, so Justice Air. Then SP Little Knight, Fire King High Avatar, Kieran, Snake Eyes Ash, Bastard Coliseum, and Pot of Extravagance. Then for the Unlimited, we have Summon Sorceress, Girsu, the Oracle's Meta Knight, Supreme King Dragon Decorn. We have Rite of Aramesir. Then we have Infinity Launcher, and we have Change of Heart. So before everyone starts screaming, Summer Sorceress is back. Summer Sorceress has an errata. So originally, Summer Sorceress' effect was that she can bring back a monster. Was it? Yeah. So her requirements was that if this card is linked to you should summon one monster from your hand to your opponent's side, built in defense position, to the zone that this to the opponent's zone this card points to. The errata is that the effect is now negated. That is the big change. She negates the effect of the monster that you special summon to your opponent's side of the field. So yeah, no flippy do crazy plays. Then you get to summon one monster with the same type as the monster um, of that monster from your deck in defense position, but its effects are negated. And if you do, you can access summon monsters for the rest of the turn, except for monsters with the same original type as the summoned monster from the deck. So note that this card is going to be reprinted in the OCG soon when the OCG gets their official perfect rulebook of 2024, which is in a week. So by the time it's recording, it's already, well, it's for them, it's already March 25th, but for us here in CCG, it's March 24th. So yeah, they were receiving the big changes for the OCG. My thing about Summon Sorceress effect being changed, as I'm looking at the Summon Sorceress I have here in the TCG, there really isn't much of a big change except for the fact that the monster's effect is negated, which I think is a good thing, because of the fact that there are still monsters that have ways to be abused, and have a way to just bring themselves back. I think one of the World Challenge monsters, I think that the Ib monster, is one of those as well. Also the bigger change here too is that you can only special summon monsters of that same type. That's an effect that's not on Summon Sorcerers, that is on this one. So you are locked into summoning monsters of the same type of monsters that you summon through her effect. So yeah, that's a big change too. So that means you can't do all the crazy shenanigans that you used to do with Summon Sorcerers. That was the reason why she ended up being forbidden, was because there was just too many ways to play around her effect. There were too many monster effects going off because of that. Yeah, because I remember a lot of people were loving Summon Sorcerers. I remember I bought a Summon Sorcerers to play around with, because I believe one of the decks that did use Summon Sorcerers, because the whole thing type situation, I think it might have been there's so many. Dragon Link was one. Um, did Star Tracker use it too? Because I think the token um is machine, either machine or warrior. Right? I know Star Tracker took advantage of her. So yeah, there was these are on top of my head. Just a lot of decks that use monsters of the same type. definitely did abuse some sorcerers to the point where she had to get limited. And then she eventually got banned because there was just too many ways to take advantage. But oh, you know what else I'm thinking of? The whole was it? She was a link climb. Yeah, I remember now. She was a link climb. You could link climb into her using the charmers because they were all of the same type, and then you could just summon back the spellcaster, and then link into summon sorcerers and start playing spellcasters. Like if you had a dead Veiler, you could just drop the Veiler and then link into access code talker and stuff like that. So yeah, I can see the whole needing to lock people into the same type so that way they can't take advantage of it. Yeah, no, that was a really good one right there. Let's go back up to just talk about all the changes themselves. So nothing got forbidden, which is fine. I didn't think anything was that destructive that it needs to be forbidden. I think most of the auto cards should have been limited. And maybe just in my opinion, I think the TCG will probably limit some more cards and probably maybe bring back a card or two. I think title will definitely be one because now all the Dragon Rulers will be unlimited. So we get to see the Dragon Rulers in quote at full power. Do I think this will spark Dragon Rulers to be played as a deck once again? No, because I think at that point we've moved past the 2013, 2014 situation where we've seen the Dragon Rulers take over the meta and just survive things. I think at a point where if Dragons did take advantage of them once again, sure, fine. But there's too many outs, there's too many negations. The engines and stuff would probably just be Dragon based anyway. So it's just a really 50-50 situation. But shout out to the Dragon Ruler fans, you finally got title back. On the water decks, you have there's a quintuple boss monster to play around with or a utility card all in one. So now earth, wind, earth, water, and fire now have dragon rulers to utilize. So yeah. Um Sinful Spoils hit getting wanted the secret Sinful Spoils gone. Yeah, no, that was bound to happen. That was bound to happen. It was bound because this the Sinful Spoil that insert cards here was just way too much for TCG and OCG to deal with. I think it was at a point that this is going to be something that even the TCG is. I forgot that I need to update my damn iPad. I am so sorry, you guys. I forgot my iPad needs to be like updated right now. Let me go update that. But I need to talk to you guys. Anyway, so um, yeah, there was just a lot of stuff going on with um with this. And I think this even reaches into the Fire King and Snake Eye situation because there's just so many things Fire was taking advantage of that it was only a matter of time before they hit it. So yeah, this is something that definitely needed to happen. We all knew it was going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it, but it happened. I'm actually quite shocked that they kept Snake Eyes Ash at 2 and not at 1. But okay. Probably next list. But the thing is, I don't think Fire is going to be too dramatically hurt by this. I think Fire still has Bonfire. Fire still has, a lot of its utility to play around with. Fire will be fine. There can only be one. I think that's just reflecting off the TCG because I'm surprised it doesn't match and Rival the Warlords aren't at 1 yet in the OCG. I think they are at 1 in the OCG. But yeah, those are some big changes right there to go through. So yeah, nice changes there. Um, because anti-meta can be a thing that can be very detrimental to a card game, whether we like to say it or not. In my personal opinion, um, I think anti-meta just keeps the game as much balance as meta does itself. While a lot of us do have to play anti-meta to deal with the meta if we're in like competitive situations, um, things can get very out of hand. Not a little out of hand. No, things can get very out of hand. And then you start seeing decks that just pop up to be very strongly anti-meta, and it's just like it ruins the game itself for the casual and for the competitive team. Um, then moving on from there, Ib, the World Challenge Just to Care. I don't really. I mean, it's probably just one of those cards that it works with its particular deck. The deck at the time was really, really good. It might have been substantial for some other like here and there support cards or decks as well. So it getting back to two is okay. Yeah, it's good. Um, SP Little Knight. I'm tracking. This is a new. This seems like a very strange one, but then considering what she does, yeah, no, I'm actually shocked she's not at one because I would have, that would have made sense. But I think it should make sense in the TCG because that card still in the TCG is over $100 for one card in yesterday. And a lot of people have said this. You know, we've all said it. We wait for reprint of cards because we don't want to shell out X amount of money just for one monster. I remember seeing deck lists be over. Like I see these on TCG Player a lot, and because I just skim around TCG Player, and I see these decks, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Why are they like $600, $800? And then you get to like all the shit, and it's like max rarity this, max rarity that. I'm like, no, well, it's not max rarity. It's whatever card is available at the time at whatever rarity it can be available at. I will correct myself on that. However, there are cards that, are very much more expensive because they don't have a reprint like some of the other cards in the deck. So probably you could find some of these cards at like their lowest rarity and be able to afford them. And then you just got stuff like SP Little Knight that's like over $100, and it's like, yeah, this is why the deck is worth that much. I remember when like Ash Blossoms, God forbid if Maxi ever comes back into the game, because holy shit, the Maxi sell price, they would legitimately have to reprint Maxi just for Maxi sell price to drop. And then he'll just be like Ash Blossom, where like the lowest rarity is probably like maybe a $5 common. And it's funny though, because there is a $5 common Maxi. It's from the machine structure that was printed a few years back, where they reprint Maxi, and everybody was like, because I just looked online, Maxis are literally starting at like $15, $20. And that's for a common. A very powerful common too at that, I will say. And I will stand by that. Yeah, no, like Maxi is like Maxi. And so it's just like, holy shit, man. You yeah, dude, you really, really did just like go up hella much. And then what else was it? Um We're gonna talk about IP Masquerade. The fire stuff, of course, is fire. Fire will always have its moments. So no one is too surprised by that. Scrolling down into the Casual Coliseum situation, it's Casual Coliseum. No one is shocked. No one is surprised. It's one of those anti-meta support things. Kind of extravagant. I think it's just they hit that title. Just they don't need their full on theories. That's a big one. Just decks that don't care about their extra deck, and they love taking advantage of all the other things that they can't take advantage of. So they use what cards they can just to pull things off. As far as the unlimited go, they're the unlimited section for a reason. These cards used to be very strong or powerful in their heyday, but now they're not anymore, and they're just now getting to their limited status just to support the decks that were what they were pieced to, or just the things that they were piecing up. So while I don't, well, I know it doesn't, it seems a little shallow to say that it's not. It's just that I'm just being realistic about the situation. The crazy thing is change your heart. Change your heart. Remember how powerful change your heart is. And then it's like, wow, we live in a format where change your heart is not as destructive as it used to be. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So that's pretty much it in terms of just the overlook of it. In my personal opinion, I want to see what the TCG does with our Forbidden Limited list, because I'll do a video on that as always. And I just want to see exactly what the massive things will be. I know we'll probably get that title, but will they hurt Fire a little harder than the TCG did, when the OCG did, or will they be as lenient? Will we see support cards from those decks get hit as well to balance things out? And will some things get their boost just to help other things be playable? We never know. But that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below and what your opinions are on the OCG community list, excuse me, and what you guys would think the TCG's version of it would be when it comes out. Let me know all that in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel as it helps me out tremendously. You can hit the notification bell to be informed of when I upload more content to my channel. And my social media links are in the description box below. With that said and done, HBJ signing out. Take care.